Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What's going on out there, peeps? Let's get back in Iraq because there are some housing projects that have started back up. And this has been going on since 2012. First of all, I couldn't live in a place like this. This literally looks like a whole city of ghetto buildings. If you've ever been to the ghetto, you know what I'm talking about. But on the plus side, do you realize that they offer in these apartments people to come and do your laundry, people to come clean your place up, hospitality services? No, I never seen no crap like that in the ghetto, but I couldn't come home drunk. I wouldn't know what building to go into. So let's get into this, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. All right, here we go. Hanwha resumes construction in Basmia, new city in Iraq, with support from Korean government. With Korean government's decision to help domestic companies participate in the reconstruction of Iraq, a new city development project, won by the ENC division of Hanwha Corporation, has restarted in the Middle Eastern country. The Basmia New City project in Iraq partially resumed after a year and 4 months, according to sources in the Korean overseas construction industry on February 27th. It is a key infrastructure project between Korea and Iraq and will build 100,000 housing units and various kinds of social infrastructure near Baghdad, the capital of Iraq. The Basmia New City project is the largest project in Korea's overseas construction history. The construction kicked off in 2012, but was suspended in October 2022 due to outstanding receivables. Both the Korean and Iraq made a lot of efforts to resume the remainder of the projects. Since the suspension, the two countries have been discussing ways to resume the project, including dispatching ministerial-level projects, support teams, holding joint committees, meetings, and holding ministerial-level official invitations and meetings. Now, I've seen these before on Google Maps. You can see they all look pretty much the same. These are all the different areas they got to fill in, by the way. Look at how crazy it is. Some of them are started, but not completely finished. That is a lot of units that look very similar. See how it goes all the way around? That's how much more they have to do. So it is a big project without a doubt. Iraq slashes custom duties by 50% on imported livestock to tackle red meat prices. Now, call me crazy. Is it meat or are all these hairless cows? Where the F is their hair? It's so hot in the desert, cows don't even grow hair there. In a strategic move to combat the surging prices of red meat in Iraq. See, what you don't want to hear is when you start hearing surging prices on things, because that's inflation. We don't want that to happen. The Ministerial Council for the Economy, led by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Hussein, has announced a significant reduction in custom duties for imported live animals. This decision, aimed at bolstering the local livestock industry and ensuring food security, cuts custom duties by half for live animals brought in for slaughtering and breeding purposes. Yeah, that's a lot of livestock. That's how you got to do it right there. The decision to have customs duties comes as a direct response to the economic challenges plaguing the red meat market within Iraq. By reducing the financial burden on imports of live animals, the government anticipates a decrease in market prices for red meat, making it more accessible to the general population. This policy, effective for 1 year, is expected to provide immediate relief for both consumers and stockholders in the livestock sector. The issue with this is this. One, right now you can tell if they're worried about pricing going up and it is surging, that's inflation. But the other issue is collecting duties from imports is one of the non-oil revenues that is generated by Iraq. That's not a good thing. you want them to keep the duties there. But whatever it takes to make sure that the poorer people are being taken care of. Amid concerns over food securities and the economic well-being of local farmers and livestock traders, the new policy serves as a lifeline. By making imported livestock more affordable, it encourages a boost in local production and supports the livelihoods of those within the industry. This move is not just about controlling market prices, but also about promoting sustainable growth and self-reliance in agricultural sector. For us over here in California, man, we had PG&E jack their prices way up. I mean, way up. I'm talking to my neighbors. Most people can't even afford to pay their electricity bill. It's so crazy here. My electricity bill used to be somewhere between $200-300 per month. Right now, it's somewhere around $1,200 to $1,300 a month. And I was going, what the hell happened? It's ridiculously out of control here. So bad. So hopefully the people in Iraq aren't having to deal with crap like that, because we are here in California. If you live in California, let me know down in the comments. Are you guys noticing this huge jack up in the price from PG&E? And the thing that sucks is there's no options here for us besides PG&E. So Iran orders, you notice it's Iran, not Iraq. Iran orders proxy groups to lay off attacks on U.S. military in Iraq and Syria. Iranian officials have called on the proxy terrorist groups they support throughout the Middle East to tone down attacks on the U.S. for fear of a more direct conflict with the American military. Yeah, what Iran doesn't want is the United States Army to drop right in their backyard. It's one thing to control proxy groups that you fight with outside of Iran, but it's another to really piss the United States off, and then they say screw this and just end up in your backyard. Iran began the drawback following the U.S. response to an attack that killed 3 U.S. soldiers operating at a base in Jordan earlier this month. Since the U.S. retaliation with a wave of strikes, there have been no Iranian-backed attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and just 2 in Syria, according to the New York Times. In comparison, the U.S. weathered well over 100 attacks between mid-October and the beginning of February. They are scared of direct confrontation with the United States. They know that if Americans are killed again, it would mean war. An Iranian security expert told the Times. They had to put the brakes on the militia and convince them that a war with the United States could harm Tehran first and then, by extension, the entire axis. Of course it would. So Iran is pumping the brakes on the militia groups and the proxy groups. Anyways, that's it for now. Look forward to your comments. I'll get back at you later. I'm out.